come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The play action fake. Throws to the back. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 10th play of the drive coming up, at this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Owls offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Gonna run it. It's Amaro. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Tackle is made after the first down. Kennesaw State right back to work. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick strike complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. first quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gets it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
7, Kennesaw State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Got it past the marker. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw it again. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. He leaves it with his back. At the 35, he's open. Running toward the tape. And he rolls into the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his tight end.
I know everyone's yelling like he didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing.
He's going up top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
He finds his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. He's looking to throw it. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to go up top on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throw.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
The Bearcats trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Grab near the marker. It's ball. Touchdown, Sam Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Silva. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going up top on first down. And it's his fourth interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to have vision on the quarterback. See it.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical these mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it to the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give from the gun. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. On second down, wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Got a man. It's Amaro. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Snaps it in the shotgun. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
21 apiece.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Sam Houston offense will take over.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the ground game. Spins away from the defender. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide out in motion. Third down play from the gun. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They run the reverse. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
It's on target and complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll come out throwing on first down. The short hands, it's Amaro. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Got enough space. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. And he's running in the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Sam Houston.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Fires into the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Owls! And they've got the lead in the final minute. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Kennesaw State, 35.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.